Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Experimental Weaving Talk series. We are so excited to have you all here this morning. Thanks to all that are in the chat. So good to see you all here joining. So nice to see you guys. As always, please drop just a quick hello in the chat for Amanda this morning. Let them know that you're here. Tell us where you're from. It's always great to see where people are joining us from across the world. We also are here in our classroom at Atlas at CU Boulder. Before we get started with our talk, I am going to just do a few quick announcements. Thank you. Of course, we are the Unstable Design Lab. Oh my gosh, cool. Nice to see you all. Hi, Danielle. We are the Unstable Design Lab. We are an experimental weaving and textile group here at the Atlas Institute at CU Boulder. The lecture series today, of course, is brought to us by the De Castro Research Grant from the College of Media Design and Information at CU Boulder as well. I also want to just remind people about our AdaCAD project. If you are interested in experimental weaving or complex weaving, you can check out our AdaCAD open source drafting software. Tons of information right here on this QR code that's on the screen. And I'll also upload a link to this to our YouTube after the talk. Speaking of, this talk is being recorded today, and we were so happy to have Amanda here. And the talk will be archived up on our YouTube channel. So if you or somebody else wants to watch this again after we're done, go ahead and check it out on our YouTube channel. Our next lecturer, which is going to be joining us on April 1st, is our artist in residence this spring, who's going to be joining us for a few weeks coming up, Carol Francis Lung, joining from New Orleans. And I will hand over the mic to Etta to introduce our guest for the day.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm here in the experimental textiles class at CU Boulder. Can you all hear me okay? Yes? Can you hear me? Great, thank you. Thank you, Amanda, for participating in our experimental weaving talk series. Amanda Curreri, who uses she or they pronouns, is an artist and educator. Her artwork is situated between textiles, painting, and performance, characterized by an engagement with social histories of resistance. Textiles are key for their ability to invite an experience of collectivity and connection. She lives on the unceded territory of Tiwa and Pueblo Peoples, also known as Albuquerque, New Mexico. Her artwork has been featured in the New York Times, Art Forum, Vice, Hyperallergic, Frieze Art, KQED Art, San Francisco Chronicle, and more. Amanda was the 2025 Artist in Residence at OS Icelandic Textile Center and was a 2023 Artist in Residence at Praxis Digital Weaving Lab. She has numerous commissions, has been featured in many exhibitions, and is represented by Romer Young Gallery in San Francisco. Thank you so much, Amanda. I'm very excited for your talk.
Now is when I unmute, I think. Thank you, guys. And I'm going to need help to just give me a head nod or a thumbs up when we share. Let's get this going. Here we go. And let's see. And you all see the slide view, not the presenter view? All right. Trying to have that on this end. Great. All right. I'm really happy to see some familiar names in the chat, and I'm happy to be here. Let's get started. My name is Amanda Curreri. I'm Zooming from my office at the University of New Mexico, where I am an artist educator. And let's start here. To be an artist and an educator in the US is to be an optimist, day in and day out. To be queer invokes spirits of refusal and resistance, and to be committed to social justice means to be committed to love. I want to start with gratitude, specifically to you all for coming, being in community around art, and sort of what we hope for it is everything. And gratitude to the team, Stephen, Etta, and Laura, and Deanna, I think too, at Unstable. Want to quickly add Praxis in Cleveland, Loom Room in Chicago, Oss in Iceland, and the Espanola Valley Fiber Arts Center here in New Mexico. I'm new to weaving, as you will see. Not like brand new, but I am chasing it really hard. And these places have created access for me as someone who hasn't learned in a academic or institutional environment. So major gratitude to these workshops and labs that are sharing the digital weaving knowledge. What we might expect during the talk together, I hope to give a sort of a beginning and ending with the digital weaving, and then in the middle show practice that is related to for me, but expands into other mediums and forms. And the next slide, I'll bring some other folks in that I carry with me. The slide before this with Patti Smith and her Fuck the Clock t-shirt, and then this clock, early sundial from Japan. I am on, along with many other people these days, on a quest for how we might change contemporary notions of time. Lots of theorists, indigenous theorists, Agamben, who is an Italian critical theorist, talk about that being the nexus. If we can change how people think and talk and behave within time, we can change the constraints of current capitalism. So I'm interested in freeing time as an action, a directive to liberate, to rearrange, and sort of time as a material in my practice, core material. One of the things that brought me to weaving, because it works with time so in such nuanced ways. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm having trouble. Give me a second. I gotta get, how do we get, there we go. Okay. I said I was going to bring folks in a talk. We all carry folks with us. And today I want to bring a few folks. Jenny Irene Miller is a brilliant artist who we lost last year, a recent alum of the UNM MFA program. Ted Purvis was one of my mentors from CCA, a social practice artist. Susan O'Malley, another CCA artist, friend, colleague, and I'm learning so much from her through her passing and the way her art works beyond her personhood now that she's passed. Many of you have probably heard of CCA's passing. My alum alma mater for grad school, California College of the Arts, will be closing in 2027, and that represents a larger crisis for all of us as makers when our art schools are not supported by the social fabric of the cities and the countries we live in. I bring my dad's cousin with me. He passed circa 1965. My family didn't speak of him. He was, he's part of my, for better or worse, my narrative of coming out as queer. My family didn't speak of him. And he was killed very young for being gay. And he's really important to my studio practice. My dad, carry him with me in my practice, Joseph Curreri Jr. And then today I'm bringing victims in Palestine, Iran, Sudan, and all the victims of US imperialism. Death can move us forward in life. This painting here, just read the detail. It's a Yana painting, The Journeys of Rama, gum, tempera, ink, and gold on paper, circa 1710 in Northwest India. Saw it when I was at Praxis, and I'm really smitten with this king giving of an eye and the receiving of an eye. Okay, first artwork was called Blue Flowers, presented at Yerba Buena Center for the Arts in San Francisco in 2014. Public engagement, artwork, installation, video lecture, consisted of me handing out blue flowers to people that would read with me. This is Jeff
We need in every bay and community a group of angelic troublemakers. I believe in social dislocation and creative trouble. The proof that one truly believes is in action. Bayard Rustin.
The blue flowers that I'm handing out are in Dutch. Blue flowers translates to bold-faced lies. So this compilation of liars or outsiders, truth tellers. I brought them together sort of as a color theory lecture, but participatory for 3 days in the public lobby of this museum. And here's another one.
I can never romanticize
language
for disguise, for
never deny its power
The same could be
for
said
disguise
for
or
any
mystification.
But
the same could be said for music or any form
We are
created.
organizing victimization,
Painted
frescoes
ceilings,
translating
warm
violence into
gold,
patterns so powerful.
Reorganizing
We
victimization,
continually fail to
Reorganizing
ask
victimization,
violence into patterns
frescoes
so
translating
powerful and
violence
pure.
into patterns so
continually
powerful
fail
and
to
pure.
ask,
We
are they
continually
true
fail
for
to
us?
ask, are they true for us?
This is a format I return to often, public reading, holding text, holding people's words in our bodies together collectively to try to understand the world, ask it to change, ask myself to change, and do it with others. A quick diagram of how I think about sight in my work. So I'm interested in the publics and where we can make art, bring art. I do teach, so there is this academia site, art worlds plural as a site, and like the larger society as a site. And I'm really interested in these the potentials of all the different places. It might seem a little maddening, but I am really still interested in being nimble and working across different different sites for connection. As an artist, as we're asked to define ourselves, I tend to say I'm an interdisciplinary artist. We just kind of witnessed a more social practice oriented work. So social practice, these forms, whoops, I'm sorry, go back. These forms here on the upper right, social practice, experiential pedagogy, queer theory and praxis, athletics inform my more performative scripts, collective labor, and invitational events. So that form you saw of the cue card down on the bottom right here, I use publishing in print. It's super responsive. It's the thing that gets out about what's happening in the world right away. I'm wondering if my weaving practice can be like publishing, question mark. Design and communication as an underlying element of what art is up to, right? It can be poetic, but it is about communication. And I have grassroots organizing training. I studied painting and drawing and peace and justice studies as a young person. I grew up in Boston. I come from a working class background. My dad's Italian-American immigrant family. And this sort of grassroots working class approach is really important in my art practice. It sometimes looks like small editions, books, broadsides, t-shirts, and printed matter. I like the accessibility involved in those methods. Research, bottom left, I'm practicing methodological research, how are things made, archives research, and materials research. So queer archives, global textile traditions, and radical imaginaries. For me, that means sort of like labor archives, civil rights movement archives, moments in time where people were thinking bigger and beyond the moment. And then more formal art forms are informed by my history with painting, which has really translated into textiles in the past 10 years because of their accessibility, their touch. And this looks like banners, paintings, soft architectures, social objects, flags, and garments. We'll start with a recent show from about this time last year. In Boca a Lupo is the name of the show, at Roma Young Gallery in San Francisco. And this piece is called Talisman Tower, 2025. Natural fibers hand-woven on TC2 loom, glass beads, thread, and fabric dyes. It's double-sided. This show, it's a solo show, and the name of it comes from the Italian idiom meaning good luck. More directly, go into the mouth of the wolf. As we entered the second presidency of Trump, I was holding this imperative of good luck and talking to other people about how they say good luck. So a lot of the works in this show are titled across languages and culture for other idioms for good luck. This is the back of that piece, some other works in that show. Most of my shows have, like the blue flowers, these scripts. This is one called Cento for a Future Now, participatory script reading at the opening reception. I sort of canvass people during the opening, asking them if they would be someone else in addition to themselves for this impromptu script reading. And for me, it's an icebreaker. It turns the gallery into more of a social space, and it creates friendships. And it also asks people to perform themselves in the space of an exhibition, not just me performing myself or the work performing itself. That banner, I had the opportunity to make. I proposed to make and was invited to make that banner as part of a workshop. Like I mentioned briefly, I've been chasing the TC2 ever since I realized I might be able to put image and material together in textile space and my body, right? Being on a loom physically. So finding out where they are and trying to see if I can get to these places. So this was part of a residency at the Stanford Art Institute in fall 2024. I hosted a workshop and people from the community, students, teachers, and community members came, and we talked about talismans, we talked about luck, and we talked about social structures of support. So these are images of the participants offering their bodies as a unit of support to then be built into the design of the banner, which some of them then came and I introduced them to weaving on the loom so that they could then take a class next semester or the next semester with Hideo on the loom. Each participant, I try to do this with all my engagement projects, in exchange for their labor and participation, got a special edition reso print of the banner itself. Here's another version of good luck. This one is German, Die, Draumen, Drucken. These are natural fibers. It's this chunky Japanese cotton t-shirt kind of yarn, woven. And the translation for this is, I'm pressing thumbs for you. Reminds me of what my grandpa, Sicilian guy, would do. He would steal my nose, and his thumb would poke through his fingers. So I'm really interested in like the cross-cultural connections we have for communicating. You know, we all want to maintain our difference, but find how we're similar. and connect. Very improbable material, kind of was not a practical cloth. Gambate, toi, toi, toi. So this work spans the corner. It's sculptural. On the left, that's gambate, and on the right is toi, toi, toi. I spent time living in Japan, and this was my rallying cry. It's very endearing, and it's said at sports, in school. Do your best. Go get it. And toi, 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 I learned that from a number of different people in conversation, and it seems to span theater traditions, Eastern Europe traditions, Greek traditions, but it's like spitting 3 times, toi, toi, toi. And our loom that we, a group of us acquired here at UNM in our digital lab is named toi, toi, toi. Here's another view of the show. This work, public figures, it's metallic gold yarn, woven with shaded satin structure. And for me, this one is, let's see, I collaged a singular face out of many different public figures, facial features to combine into one collective mask. They're all individuals that hold inspiration for me for the themes from the show. You might recognize some of them. This upper one is Bisan, who's a citizen and now professional journalist on the ground in Palestine. And I was particularly interested in how to talk about privacy within this public sphere of looking. There's a lot of motifs of eyes in my work, and we feel like we're in a culture of looking. But what does that mean? How do we also feel? This one's called Mucha Mierda, sort of much shit, but the way some folks say good luck in Spanish. There's lots of moves on this one, digital weaving, felted wool for the eyes, hand-woven denim, and hand-dyed, some jeans, like used jeans that I've cut up and bleached, some painting. I'm excited about this one as it starts to really integrate my painting impulses, kind of fast and loose, with the slowness of making woven textiles. Crepie lupo is the response. When you say boca lupo, good luck, someone's supposed to reply, crepie lupo, kill it, kill the wolf. There's the lithograph that I got to make at Tamarind with Carolyn Ongpin, and it has some of the motifs from my larger durational work that span sort of in the show and beyond. Here's some of the same motifs. Insertion, Sicilian lace. This is very textural in person, very impractical cloth again. And it is an image of archival used lace from Sicily. And in Italian, the word for eyes sounds like okay. I'm pretty smitten by that. I hope we can be okay. We all need to have moments of feeling okay when we're surrounded by the violence of this administration, this country. So this one's just hand-painted warp and mounted on stretcher bars. Here's the image from the show installed. And this one's called Supplicant, the last one from the show I'll show. I'm trying to bring in the hand, the calligraphic, back to my practice. It's always been there privately, but with the TC2, I'm able to bring drawing back in a way that feels immediate and gestural and personal. And this figure just really felt like core to this exhibition. It may have been the first piece of the show that was done and there the whole time, just ass up, naked, with open eyes, stable base upon the earth, some vulnerability, some power, a little bit of surprise. Without giving it a name, like queer, I want to celebrate this riotous, motley heritage as characterized by ravenous intellectual appetite, a wry and unflinching devotion to chronicling corporality, the body, a dedication to formal experiment, up to and including the detonating of genre, yes, please for me, and a certain curiosity and fearlessness where others might expect or project shame. That's from Maggie Nelson. And this spiral is something I've come to find really powerful for me in my work. I work with my students identifying themselves as an emoji. If there isn't one in the lexicon of emojis that fits, what shape are you in your practice as a thinker, a maker? And it helps unlock me to give myself permission to traverse, go far away from an idea, come back around, move through it. I'm not a linear thinker. All right, collective labor and duration. This is a piece called We Cannot Live on Clams Alone. It's been going on since 2014. These are mussel shells, metallic thread, wood brackets, and invitational dinners. It's had many iterations. That was a clipboard where a canvas, I put it up on the wall during the show to invite 8 to 10 people to dinner, to have a mussel dinner. And the shells are all washed after the dinner, but sort of it's a collective material from these dinners. This one is an example of the installation here at UNM's Art Museum in 2023. It's inspired by Sacco and Vanzetti. I'm sure some people on the call know who these guys are, but also as time moves, this is one reason archive work is so important, is people go in and out of our hearts, our mouths, our presence, or even our knowledge. So Sacco and Vanzetti, they are Italian-American immigrant anarchists from where I grew up. So they were heroes to my family, workers. I'm an aspirational anarchist. I've been an anarchist in different forms for a long time now. My term that I use is an aspirational anarchist. And these guys were wrongly accused and then sentenced to death. And this is a Ben Shahn painting of Vanzetti and Sacco. The painting was made in 1931, 1932. It's one of 23 that he painted on the subject. And on the left, these are supporters out asking for justice for Sacco and Vanzetti. My dad would drive me to school and point out, like, hey, that's where they were arrested. And these guys would sort of lead language classes after work at night in their neighborhood. And I came to this history of the mussels researching their lives in Boston and the surrounding area after they had immigrated from Italy, and they worked at a textile factory. And so the mussels are from a protest that Vanzetti led at the Plymouth Cordage Company, and they're protesting poor working conditions and working for the 8-hour day. And this is in the 1920s. And reportedly, they yelled, "We cannot live on clams alone," while shaking sticks with mussels tied to them from their dinners. And here's an example of one of the dinners. They're simple, just some bread and mussels. People bring wine, water, and I print placemats from the archival materials from the history and napkins. And I'm really interested in bringing people together, talking about, can we imagine a society without a ruling class? How can we think about organizing ourselves, educating, co-educating each other to different futures. Lately, the mussels have taken a different turn. The sticks translating into these talismans. In Italian, porta fortuna is a talisman with the shells. There's a series of these so far, and I hope to make them quite large. The beauty of kind of having an ongoing project involves time as a material, and I can adjust and learn and make new forms with the materials. Flags and banners, another form in my work that led me to textiles, that is vernacular textiles that people feel close to, as opposed to a painting, which often creates a distance. I find it's been a struggle for me, is how to love painting, but get people to talk about things other than just formal issues. So flags and banners. This one's called Misfits, 1979, Sex and Art. And this was an important piece for me, a threshold piece when I came out in San Francisco. It's hand-dyed, screen printed, sewn fabric, powder-coated aluminum, and it's the size of a large flag. It is in relationship to Gilbert Baker's original flag. This is a Gilbert Baker flag from the archives, but it is not the original. I had the opportunity to have my flag shown together with his this flag that you see. In 2019, Christina Linden curated Queer California at the Oakland Museum. But the original flag, just a little fun gay history, was so tattered. It was huge, enormous. I'm sure some people have heard this. It flew in, it was made by hand, a bunch of friends, and Gilbert Baker. Flew in 1978 for a year and was so tattered, sort of flying over the Castro, that they needed to A, remake it, and B, they wanted to make more, mass produce. And in that moment of mass production, they had to drop the pink and the turquoise from the flag. The original flag had, what is this, 8 colors. And they had to drop the pink and the turquoise due to their fugitive nature as colors, as dyes in commercial printing and dyeing. So those colors signified sex and art. And at that point, I needed those back in my version of a queer flag. I can run through what the original symbols were. It was pink equals sexuality, red equals life, orange, healing, yellow, sunlight, green, nature, turquoise, art and magic, blue, harmony, and violet, spirit. So this was a sort of redo of sex and art. I'll move sort of quick through this section. It's just pre-weaving. I had to digitally print imagery. So going into archives, being invited, looking for queer coding. So on the right, it's the Daughters of Bilitis early logo. It's a sweet D and a B. It says qui vive, which translates to be alert. And Daughters of Bilitis are, known to be the or one of the first lesbian civil rights organizations, gay rights organizations. And it started as a social club. And on the left is the Mattachine Society's early logo. So neither, what does a gay logo look like, right? But these are coded, and the Mattachine Society were men, gay men. Looking in the archives for sort of private visual communication. How did queers communicate in public, but only to each other? Example of artworks I was making with that logo, branding, and textiles, vernacular textiles. Here's another example. This is a painting, a banner. It's called I Belong to a Closed Group with No Name. And it's made up of all sorts of different textiles, some handmade, some leather, some found, screen printed. And this I belong to a closed group with no name was emblazoned on a t-shirt in the GLBT, what's the San Francisco Gay Archives. Their acronym is reversed. And the t-shirt, the font was terrible, so I changed the font. But I was really smitten with a t-shirt that said, I belong to a closed group with no name. And this was from the group Samoa, and they're known as a lesbian BDSM group and feminist organization from San Francisco in the like 70s. And they sort of change people and names as it goes from the 80s to the 90s. But this idea is really important in queer politics of having privacy. Some quick examples again of like early textile works existing in the painting and drawing arena. These are collages of a decommissioned textile book, those kind of compendium, old-fashioned books with every culture in there, sort of flattening, and vintage on our backs, lesbian, queer, sex-forward magazines. Scarf play is the name of this one. There's hand-sewn paper, so this idea of a patchwork or a cento came up earlier in the scripts. Cento is like a poetic structure that means patchwork in Latin, and it's basically disparate pieces being put together to make a new thing. So this is a patchwork of textiles and sex. Maybe I have a detail. Yeah, so there, and a lot of these are doors and windows, so things are happening behind the textiles underneath. And it's really me asking, can textiles hold body and feeling and desire in the way that I want it to? This one's called Snarl. So there's a series of these. And then we're going to get to some weaving. I just let this run for those of us that love this sound. It's like a call to weaving. I'm weaving a Queer Nation poster. It's bootleg. It's right. I'm just directly translating a poster to a weaving. These have become a way for me to warm up on my warps. This little video shows you this pretty exciting plastic coated shiny yarn. Queer Nation is a LGBTQ activist organization for folks that are new to it, founded in New York City in the 1990s by AIDS activists from ACT UP, and ACT UP is the AIDS Coalition to Unleash Power. And I think I have pictures of the what the actual posters look like, right? This cheap but like very effective fluorescent paper, stickers with bold black font. These are pretty great. All right. Influential community partnership for my material. Entered my practice when I was teaching and living in Cincinnati, Ohio. Excuse me, with the National Flag Company, which was sort of an unlikely partner, except they produced a lot of waste. And my studio was right down the street. And I, from them, was invited to take bags and bags of flag scraps away, this nylon material, cotton. And it led to a wonderful partnership with my students working. We had a co-op program and my students worked at this flag company. This is, I'm told, I think it's true, the oldest still running flag company in the US, and they're hand sewing, screen printing, kind of doing all of the traditional and new methods for making flags. This is just a stack one day that was in there for a funeral. And pulling these materials into my practice, I started with paintings. This is called Revolt, she said. And I made this after one of my friends passed away, real like instinctive banner, a recombinatory, non-nation based banner. And then I started changing the form, and this is called rope walk. This one is pictured at the Headlands in California in April 2018. And here I'm asking folks to test this form with me of rope walk. Here's another test in Cincinnati. It's on this bridge that spans Ohio and Kentucky. Cincinnati's at the border of Kentucky in Ohio. And here we are, like Aubrey, Arvind, and Anissa and I are testing this form of rope walk. What is a rope walk? It's that same factory, cordage factory that is part of the We Cannot Live on Clams Alone history. I'm looking up Sacco and Vanzetti, trying to understand my proximity, my inspiration, my curiosity with them. And it leads me to this factory. It was the largest cordage factory in the US for a long time, 1824 to 1964. And you'll find these buildings along coasts in Canada and the US, in different countries, and they're called rope walks. And it's here in this blueprint. And the original rope walk building was 110 feet. And that's the length they needed to twist a 90-foot long rope. And the workers, who are immigrants, mostly from European countries in this location, right, in the US at this time, late 19th century, earliest 20th century, they're living in duplex housing at this site, and they would go into these buildings and walk the span of a rope walk while making rope. The choreography of this just really set off my imagination and created the form of this ongoing participatory artwork. I guess I got really into the PowerPoint features here. Here's an example. I was invited to show this work at the Contemporary Arts Center in Cincinnati. This is 2019, and this is the rope walk workstation. Here's the workstation, and we had a crew, and we were actively we were cutting down the flag scraps and sewing them into basically lengths of yarn, and then rolling them into bobbins here for invitational rope walks with the public. And as the 3 months continued, we, with the participants, hung the ropes on the wall. Here's a little table tent that told folks what we were up to. Rope Walk is an ongoing participatory artwork examining American labor and immigration histories. Throughout the duration of the exhibition, recycled flag material will be deconstructed and repurposed into long, colorful strands for rope making. And people were invited to join us weekdays 12 to 4. So I had a crew of 12 of my students and myself working as a labor crew in the space of the gallery. Here's some of our crew, not everybody. As a form of protection, performance kind of technique, we wore eyes on our eyelids to have double vision. have our inner life and then this sort of public persona that was going to engage the public. We're all sort of holding a figo, which is the Italian or Brazilian protection symbol. And we wore aprons while we were working. Here's some of the crew here. These are two grad students, Kate and Manaz with me. We had a logbook, which was really great so that we could communicate to each other over the different shifts. And here is what would happen in the galleries. We would say, hey, do you want to do a rope walk? People, of course, would ask, what's a rope walk? And if people were willing, it would take about 15 minutes to make a rope. Braiding together, people would shout, kids got really into it, conversations were had, and that was part of the goal of connecting people in this really rather austere and kind of anonymous space. We personalized it. Here's at the end of the run. Some other works were in the space too. The bobbins were arranged here on wooden shelves, and we'd take them off and replace them. And the shelves are arranged to mirror the stanzas of Audre Lorde's 1978 poem, The Same Death Over and Over, or Lullabies Are for Children. So these are the stanzas of the poem. This was largely private for our crew as we were dealing in Cincinnati with a recent murder of a Black citizen on campus by a white cop. And we used a series of texts to talk about racism, systemic racism, and throughout our both training for the crew and our semester together. So this book, we did not offer the poem upstairs, but the didactics pointed people downstairs to the lobby bookstore. And these postcards were in the books for people to open the pages, engage more with the conversations that the crew was having. We ended up having some amazing workshops with the docents, amazing in quotes. We did trainings around like trans inclusivity with language. Often the docents in museums are sort of an older, retired, white contingent of community that can be generous with time, but they were available to conversations and training around changing language for gender and pronouns and inclusion. I'm watching the time. I'm going to keep moving. Within that run, we had this big one-day rope walk. This was by invite, but the public could join us. About 50 people specifically came and participated in spanning that bridge from Cincinnati to Kentucky with a long rope walk, and participants received these protection flags that the crew had made, and we had a potluck. The rope walks continue here in New Mexico and have taken a new form, much like the muscle talismans. So this is the latest form of that wall of rope walks. Each rope, right, is made by that activity, and they have the tags with people's names and the date on them. And so this new form, new show, this, I called it Rope Walk Soft Power. It's about 13 feet tall, 10 feet wide. It's held together with zip ties, so presumably it could change form again. The title of that show was But History and I, and that's a name named after a Emily Dickinson poem. That's her handwriting. Witchcraft was hung in history, but history and I find all the witchcraft that we need around us every day. So it was called But History and I. Quick picture of what that show looked like, different forms. And there was a script, invitational script in that show as well. I wanted to include, like, this is how I think about textiles too, not just loom-based. I collaborated with a recent grad from our program here at UNM, Claudia Hermano, and we called this our big gay quilt. It's called Cento PIP for picture in picture. Claudia, we wanted to see if like painting could hold picture. And so the photographs are Claudia's images of their queer and trans community here in Albuquerque, and the painting design is mine, just like a quilt that could hold our questions about queer community. And it's 20 by 15 feet, so it's nice and big. I love collaborating with my students when the occasion arises. It's a great way to like open the door or the curtain into proposals, funding, skills that we might not be sharing in a classroom environment, how to drive a lift, right? So this is Lana Schultz in the middle, amazing painter, Claudia over here, photography, and Lucia, a undergrad painter. Here's an example of the mock-up. Another one that I got to hire one of my dear undergrads who's now gone on to do all sorts of great things, Aubrey Theobald. You know, the Facebook of it all in the Bay Area. It has since closed, the artist commissioning, but the conversation was, do you take these or do you not take these commissions? Through this commission, I was able to pay a former student a very handsome salary to make an artwork that we are both proud of at a scale that the workers on this floor in Facebook could live with. So this is called, and we gave a nice, a crew of us that were doing commissions in the building. We would take snacks and put them in free libraries. We had a lot of like conversations about how to say yes to Facebook. So we paid Native Indigenous land tax. So we moved the money around. And it helped us realize some work that at a scale that I don't always get to work at. So this one's called Pockets Patience, and it's 10 feet tall, 30 feet wide, with a painted wall mural with sewn and quilted denim, hand-dyed, screen-printed cotton. The language says tenderness and anger, and those are just big ass pockets from that I made out of jeans, wild patience, hand sewing, sort of a herringbone twill on the wall. This was the early proposal. Wild patience verso anger and tenderness exerted from Adrienne Rich's Integrity. She says a wild patience will take us far. And basically, I proposed to put an ass on Facebook's wall, and they said yes. And as a queer work, Adrienne Rich, right, is like a feminist, queer person who worked in refusal, sort of said no to a presidential award for her work, worked across like divisions of racism. She's known for working with Audre Lorde, but getting into conversations around whiteness and the limits of understanding Blackness. And I just take a lot of learning from folks and figures that work across lanes and try to connect with people. And right, she's sort of like accepted being wrong and learning in public. But anyway, this is our Facebook ass. And now we're back to some of the weaving, and I'm almost done here. I think the time is okay. This piece is going to be in a show coming up in Iowa, curated by Susan Metricon at the Maharishi International University, which everyone there studies meditation. It's a new site for me. I'll be excited to go out there in April. And it's a two-person show with artist from Minneapolis and Brooklyn, Andy Ness. And so this piece will go out there. It's called Green Eyes, and it's hand woven on the digital loom. And the title sort of came first, but looking up Green Eyes online, Jean Genet, who's somebody I'm really interested in for similar reasons of Adrienne Rich, poet, journalist, felon, queer. He had a character in his play Death Watch from 1947 named Green Eyes, sort of a violent character. And it's also reportedly how he responded to pressure to speak about his sexuality in public media. He said, "I'm homosexual. How and why are idle questions." It's like a little like wanting to know why my eyes are green. This is another work that's headed to that show called From the River. I think I'm showing 3 pieces woven on the TC2 from last summer in Iceland. And this was a weaving prayer meditation. I took just a very small file and just kept repeating it, turning it kind of with the computer, starting and stopping in different places to just be in my body in response to a really brutal day in Gaza. And attacks and the genocide. I'm not sure if this is helpful. I was playing around with the moving picture. The colors, to me, were pulled from the keffiyeh and the flag, Palestinian flag. And then Poppies is part of that series. And it's 42 wide, 28 tall. And it's actually a collage of an embroidery, very small embroidery that was in a textile museum in Iceland. And the hit for me was to be in a new country, Iceland, and to recognize this symbol of resilience and resistance having importance to that culture, to my culture, to what's happening in Palestine. And I took the liberty of kind of outlining the flowers, assigning them structures in the weaving process, and then flipping one so it could grow from a different gravity. So that one coming from the top right, maybe giving us a way to think about future, think about making a way that's different than what's happening now. The color scheme in Iceland too was really striking, with the blacks and the reds and the lavenders being from the volcanic and glacier landscape, high contrast with the spring growth of green and pinks and lavenders. Almost there. Just wanted to show you our lab here is a baby lab. We are just starting a collaborative group of researchers across the university wrote a grant, and we got one, a TC2. We will make access points to this loom in the future. I'll have a project assistant, grad student working with me in the fall. We hope to open up the loom in an experimental way soon, and then a more formalized way in the future. But it's been a challenge because we don't have a textile program here at UNM. So sort of research and practice crossing, but having to make some new inroads to figure out how this works. And this might be the last artwork. This one's going out to that show called Soft Eyes, bringing the painting hand back in, recombinatory, cento, lots of different sort of windows and flaps happening here with things underneath, and motifs of the eyes, the flowers, basketballs, checkers. My studio has lots of cloth that I've been painting directly on the warp and kind of experimenting with really kind of dumb ECAT on the weft now. This kind of painting allows me to make cloth and then not know what it's going to be used for, and then I can use it in this recombinatory cento patchwork sort of way. So lots of checkers in the studio. And I'll end with checkers. I wanted to hype this book that a friend shared with me. Isabella Ducrot is an Italian painter who came to painting rather late. And she's also a textile historian. And she's written these little books, and this one's called The Checkered Cloth, 2019. So it's just been translated. And I'm particularly smitten with this idea in the middle of this page. I'll read it out, but many of you probably, I don't know if you're familiar with this French word criard. I think if you just look it up for its context outside of textiles, it's loud, brash, like unsavory. But within textiles, it pretty much means plain, like plain weave. And I'm very interested in that, something that's direct to the point, and not hiding. So I'll just read this last bit here.
Amanda, sorry,
Yeah.
we are a little bit over time. I'm going to cut you off there. I'm so sorry
Okay,
to cut you off in
that's
the middle.
great. We're there.
I just wanted to give us just a minute to ask a quick question to you. And I know Edda's class may have to jump in as well.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. Yay, let's give Amanda a round of applause. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate all of it. I want to talk to you a lot about everything that's happening in this work. I have like a huge list of questions. We don't have a ton of time left. We have zero time left actually. But I wanted to thank you, and I wanted to just make a few. I'm going to ask one question because I can't help myself. I love the term impractical cloth that you used,
Yeah,
and I want to ask what interests you about how textiles can resist functionality, and does that impracticality open something up for you conceptually when you're working?
definitely. To the point, like it's anti-capitalist, right? If cloth has been such a big part of industrialization, capitalization, and then like this servitude of all of us to labor, impractical cloth becomes very exciting. It scrambles that logic, and it's not a direct product.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Um, okay, I'm gonna indulge myself and ask you another question just because I'm so curious about it. Is that I love the diagrams in your work, and everybody's laughing. Of course, I didn't do stuff with your work. I wanted to ask about mapping and your artistic process, and it looks like diagramming plays a big role in that. Do you see it as like a planning tool, a conceptual framework, or is it another form of artwork for you, the diagrams you've made?
Maybe that diagram in the beginning where it just refuses to have even like the pie sections, the knife lines between things. Yeah, why not use PowerPoint? Why not use, I think David Byrne had like a whole series of amazing sort of books he made with Microsoft products. Yeah, we spend a lot of time on these tools, so using them creatively is interesting to me.
Thank you. Thank you
Thinking
so much.
visually too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have one quick question for you about coming from the chat. It says it looks like you use a combination of TC2 and analog floor looms in your practice. Did you start with an analog loom, or did you start with TC2, and did one inform the other? You also seems like, I'm going to add, you also seems like painting is also informing this. So I guess those diagrams are amazing to start with, right? Because all those things seem to intersect in your work.
Yeah. I remember during COVID, I think just before things shut down, I was creeping online on Catherine's TC2 workshops that she was running before Praxis. I had just sort of arrived. I didn't have textile friends. And so it was very online, like strange kind of MySpace kind of approach. But then reaching out, textile folks have been really generous, and it was in tandem. I had to learn like a basketball player on my toes kind of thing, floor loom and TC2 at the same time. Like Catherine's like, you can't take this unless you know how to do that. So I like learned fast, and I'm still, of course, learning as I go.
Well, thank you so much. It's amazing work. And thank you so much for being here today. Amanda, let's give you another virtual round of applause. My silent claps. A few quick announcements as everybody's taking off. Our next speaker is going to be on April 1st. That's Carol Francis Lung. And I also want to draw a few people attention to a new project that we've published on our website, Resistance, which is a project that we worked on with our previous artist in residence, Poppy Delta Dawn. You can go to the resistance.unstable.edu.org. No, it's in the link. The link's underneath this video. I'll send it to you. And you can check that out. Thanks again, Amanda, and thanks everybody for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And thanks for dropping your information in there. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amanda.